Hello, welcome to my channel, and today is an exciting update on my Ever palette with a pan project. I was not expecting to be where I'm at so quickly after the last video. I'm so happy and excited. Let's just get into the updates. First, I have the Icy Cherry palette, and I was trying to hit pan in Sweet. I used it a total of 15 times, and I hit pan. I was very precise with how I was hitting it with my brow brush um, because this was my brow shade, my Give Me shade. But yeah, I hit pan, 15 uses. I love that. You guys. I also used the Ace Beauty Tropical Vibes. As you guys hopefully know, I was trying to hit pan in the Palawan shade. I know I'm terrible. I should have looked that up before I started filming. But I hit pan. It took 8 uses. I will say those 8 uses were very heavy uses. Like it was a dark shadow, so I used it for my whole lid, my outer corner. It was a very heavily used pan or color 8 times. And the gray had been showing before I had started this, project, if you remember. But there is my pan. I'm so excited. I also have the It's Freaking Bats Spooky shade in this project. I've only used it twice so far, uh, and I'm not, oops, nowhere near hitting pan. Actually, I think I should have picked Dairy because Dairy has like a very, very massive dip in it. I don't think you can see because it's such a dark shadow, but the dent is so large. But nonetheless, I went with Spooky and I've used it twice. Clearly, I have not hit pan and I am nowhere near hitting pan. So I am bringing in 2 shadows on top of this one that I'm rolling out to, and then I am rolling into on top of the Spooky that I have in. So it's my Be Perfect Carnival, the Antidote palette that I was so kindly gifted from Makeup by POW, this bad boy. And I figured I would use this Sweet Cheeks for my brows. I'm wearing it today in my brows, so I've already used it 1 time. It is not very used. I'm suspecting at least a whole month to 2 months of use. These shadows are very pigmented and they're not very dusty, so I expect it to be in this project for quite some time. But that is the shadow that I am pulling in for my brows. My Give Me shade. And then the next shade, which will be the first shimmer that I've brought into this project, I was thinking I needed something that was sort of easier to work on since I have a brow shadow that is practically brand new and that Spooky shade, which I think will take quite some time. I wanted to add in something that I thought might be a little bit easier to potentially hit pan in, and it is in my BH Naughty palette. It looks like this. There have been times that I've thought about decluttering this, but for whatever reason, I always end up doing collabs with this palette, and I do love it. So it's just older in my collection. Anyways, I am picking this shade right here. I know I'm kind of like blinding at you. It is Snow Day. It's a white shimmer. I figured I could add this in for my my inner corner, or my brow bone. So I'm going to swatch the shadows just in case you wanted to see them. That is the Snow Day. It is very beautiful. I could use that on my cheeks, my inner corner, my brow bone. I figured it might be a fairly easier shade to try and hit pan in because my goal is to have a pan in every single one of my palettes, and it's going to take a long time. So I want it to take as little time as possible. I don't know if that's cheating. The Sweet Cheeks shade from the Antidote palette looks like this. And the Spooky Shadow, it's freaking mint. Holy crap, that's so pigmented. So those are my shadows in my project. What do you think? Let me know down below. I am like really stoked that I actually hit pan in a dark green shadow. Pan is really hard for me to hit. I don't like to do similar looks all the time. I don't like to, I mean, my looks do look similar sometimes, even if I'm using a different shadow or a different palette, but I just like to reach for what I want when I want. You know what I mean? So I was actually really excited that I hit pan, especially in this Ace Beauty Tropical Vibes. Wasn't expecting it, but nonetheless, that is why I'm doing this project. So I can try and hit pans, right? That is the goal. And quite frankly, it was so exciting to hit that pan. So I'm hoping that that gives me motivation to keep doing this project. And anyways, I'm just going to go now. So thank you for joining me on this journey, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.